Hello and welcome back to Warfootprints. Today it is the 17th of September. 80 years ago today exactly was the day Operation Market Garden took place. Operation Market Garden was an Allied operation during World War II in occupied Netherlands. Its objective was to create a 64-mile corridor across the River Rhine straight into northern Germany. The operation was split into two sections. First, Operation Market, which was all the airborne divisions, 101st, 82nd US Forces, and the 1st British and Polish divisions. Their job was to initially take the bridges along this route and hold them and wait for land reinforcements to come along and take over. Operation Garden was that land force operation. It was completed by 30 Corps. They followed along, taking over from the airborne forces, gave them reinforcements, everything they needed to hold the bridges along this route. The Allies dropped 41,000 airborne soldiers to capture the bridges. It was the largest airborne operation the war had seen up to this point. They had hoped to catch the Germans off guard, therefore they would have made this 64-mile corridor in about 48 hours. That wasn't quite the case. So the operation succeeded, capturing the Dutch cities of Eindhoven and Nijmegen, along with many towns and a few of the V2 rocket sites along the way. The plan largely failed because of 30 Corps' inability to reach the furthest point at Arnhem. German forces overwhelmed the British. Allied intelligence failed to detect that in the area there was actually two panzer divisions, the 9th and 10th Panzers. Around 10,000 men from the 1st British Airborne Division and the Polish Independent Parachute Brigade landed at Arnhem, but their landing zones were about 7 miles away from actual Arnhem. Only one of the battalions reached the objective, while the remaining soldiers were squeezed into a pocket at Oosterbeek, just west of Arnhem. Apart from a few anti-tank guns and howitzers modified to fit inside the gliders, they were very lightly armoured and didn't really have much to resist the tanks of the Panzer divisions. Although units of the 30 Corps captured Nijmegen Bridge with the 82nd Airborne, they could not reach the furthest bridge at Arnhem. Much of its advance was along a single narrow causeway, which was vulnerable to traffic jams and German counterattacks. In some places, the advances were hindered by marshes, preventing off-road movements as well. The Germans flooded both sides of this lane they were using. The airborne troops were flown into the Netherlands in 3 separate lifts rather than all together. The Arnhem's wooded landscape severely restricted the range of wireless sets, so communication failures also reduced the chance of success. Thick fog in England and low clouds over the battle zone also hampered the resupply and airlifting of reinforcements. On the 24th and the 25th of September, around 2,100 troops from the 1st Airborne Division were ferried back across the Rhine. Another 7,500 were either dead or prisoner of wars. The crossing of the Rhine and the capture of Germany's industrial heartland were delayed for another 6 months. The Allies had to fight it the hard way. Arnhem was finally captured by the Allies in April 1945. So that was just the very basics of Operation Market Garden. There is so much more to it. I will do more videos on the operation, go into more detail, find out more stories. I have got some artifacts from Operation Market Garden as well, so I will show those. There will be more videos, so stay tuned for those. Not sure when I'll be doing them, but they will get done at some point. So that's it for today. If there is anything specific you would like to see me do, hear about, watch, listen to, anything, do let me know. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And I shall see you next week.